Couple more current events to talk about. We already talked about UFC 207 and the Ryzen tournament in Japan.
Let's go on to the next UFC.
Let's see. Well, hold on. Before we get to that, let's talk about the news. USADA.
Yes.
And they backed up the Nevada Athletic Commission, and they also gave Brock Lesnar a 1-year break. Now, some people might go, who the fuck cares? He's never going to fight.
Yeah.
I don't know about that shit. Because...
Fucking crazy. So he's only suspended for a year.
Well, look at he didn't he got
no, but I'm just saying.
But we talked about it earlier. He got tested like 8 or 9 times. Yeah. He popped for something that can be found in eye cream, a foot cream, an inhaler.
Eye cream.
It's not like they said it's something for his eyes. Oh. So it's not like it's not like he got caught for taking Winstrol. Yes. So I mean, I'm not really that against it. But now people think, why does that matter? Listen, I'm telling you right now, I think we can see Brock Lesnar again. And the reason I'm saying this is because they need him.
He's gonna come back and make another few $1 million, beat someone at top level up, and then probably get fucking busted again. Who cares?
He don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit.
You pay me $5 million, I'll fail all the tests you want, motherfucker. So listen, Ronda's gone.
Yeah, she's out.
Conor's taking a break.
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck do they got?
This guy.
They got nobody. They got
fucking nobody.
Who do they got that's going to sell 1 million pay-per-views?
The Diaz brothers. And then they don't even give
a fuck. Well, they don't even have the Diaz brothers.
$20 million.
We're going to talk about Nick. Nick, in the last 2 weeks, has turned down a fight with Tyron Woodley for a title. He turned down a rematch with Robbie Lawler, and he's turned down a fight with Conor. He turned down a Conor fight, and he admitted it. And he said, that's not my fight. That's Nate's fight. I'm not taking Nate's fight.
God damn it.
What is going on in the world?
I don't know.
I mean, I thought Nick Diaz was going to beat up somebody for free. Yeah. And now he's just like, nope, I don't want that fight. I don't want a title fight. Nah, that's Nate's fight. Who do you want to fight, Nick?
Yeah, make up your fucking mind.
We got to get Nick on the show.
We all want to see a fight.
I want to get Nick on here talking some shit.
Me too. We just get him all worked up.
He's supposedly training for a fight. He's supposedly doing full-on conditioning and full-on training.
I hope so.
So yeah, I don't know what to. So back to the Brock Lesnar thing. He'll be ready. He can fight again in July.
Yes.
Look, I'm telling you right now, I would not be shocked to see that guy come back and do 1.5 million pay-per-view buys. Fuck it. Yeah, so they need him
in 6 months.
Hey, listen, WME IMG took out a $4 billion loan. Yes. Now you know what a mortgage is like, right?
Yes.
Imagine the interest on a $4 billion. I think they only got $3 billion or $2 billion loaned.
$2 billion was loaned to them.
So imagine the fucking interest, the kind of money they got to pay. Yeah. They got to make some real money.
I can't even fathom.
I mean, these people that already saw Ronda get killed and just goes, oh fuck me, now what do I do? No. Conor goes, I'm having a baby. I'll see you in a year. He's like, oh fuck,
please come back.
Nate's going, don't call me until you got 20 million, bitches.
And then now this whole upheaval where all the time, like guys like Tony Ferguson are saying, no, I'm not going to fight until you pay me more. I mean, and that's happening left and right.
Well, that was the next topic.
All these people coming in or saying, they're waiting until the end of their contracts up to test free agency because Bellator's paying good money. You got Ryzen. I mean, this shit could hit the fan real quick. And granted, I think that these, like the MMAAA or whatever the fuck, all these unionizing type of things aren't going to happen for a long time. They're not going to work.
It's going to be a while.
But I think that just the content being out there is making everyone start to get a little uneasy and start working a little harder to get more money.
Well, you brought up Tony Ferguson. That was my next topic.
Yes.
So Conor McGregor is the lightweight champion, and we all know that the top 2 contenders are Khabib Nurmagamedov.
Yes,
I said that good. Nurmagomedov.
Khabib
Nurmagomedov and Tony Ferguson.
Yes. Now,
Tony Ferguson and Khabib really want to fight. Yeah. Now, Tony Ferguson said, I have outperformed my contract.
Yes.
Those are his words. I outperformed my contract. They need to give me more money.
Yeah. Well, it's a contract, so you're fucking stuck.
And he wants to be paid the same amount of money as Khabib.
Yes.
But I didn't from what I looked it up, and Khabib doesn't get paid that much.
Well, somehow
he must get paid under the table or some shit in the back end because his reported income is not huge.
No, and somehow Khabib is saying he'll pay Ferguson $200,000.
So then that was the next thing. So Tony Ferguson said, "I'm not doing this fight."
Yeah.
So I actually love how this shit goes. I'm not doing this fight unless I get paid the same as him. They're like, well, you're not getting paid, then you're not getting paid the same as him. So then all of a sudden they make an announcement. Jose Aldo is moving up to 155. He's going to fight either Conor Or Khabib. Like, I love the games, right?
Exactly.
And then we got fucking Khabib coming out of the woodwork publicly saying, I will fucking give you another $200K to fight me. So you have no fucking excuse. So, he's got some Russian oligarch backing him who's like, fuck it, I'll give you. I mean, I wonder if he has these oligarchs who are just giving him money because he's the man.
I'm sure
they're just taking care of him.
Whatever you need.
Dudes who own oil fields and shit and gold.
They have a different kind of wealth. I mean, they have multiple billions of dollars.
So they're just
you're worth $6 billion. You could fucking hand out $200,000 a day to homeless people and be fine for the rest of your life.
I mean, Nurmagomedov is. I mean, he's the only real Russian that's standing out. He's Dagestani, which is like the toughest people in the world. Yeah. I just crack up thinking about his situation because he says, I don't care about the money I'm making. So what does that tell you? That means he's getting money from other places. They're just giving him money over there.
I guarantee his life in Russia is pretty fucking sweet because he's already a legend for sports. I mean, when you're a sports star over there, they adore you, and he is this UFC star, and his dad was a star, and dad a national coach. I mean, I'm sure his life doesn't suck over there.
And Ali's his manager too.
Yeah, God
of course.
Damn it. Why the fuck people use it?
I love the tweets that dude sends for people.
So stupid. So fucking stupid.
I love when he accidentally, multiple times he's accidentally tweeted from his account when he's trying to tweet from like Frankie Edgar's or he sent a tweet the other day that was supposedly a tweet from Khabib, but he sent it from his own page. And everyone goes, "Are you trying to be Khabib? Like, what do you do?"
An idiot.
Ali's funny. It's funny because everyone has these beefs with him. I've always gotten along with him. I'm all right with him. Other people may not feel the same way, but let's move on.
I don't like him.
Let's move on. The next thing we're going to talk about is the reality and the possibility of having a UFC fight in Russia. Supposedly, Ari and Dana have already been there.
That's a huge market. That is a fucking huge market.
So I wonder if that's where this money's coming from. Habib's like, yo, I got 220 million people in Russia watching me fight in UFC.
Guarantee.
If you fucking want to do well over here. And I think they also told him, this is the rumor, that they had meetings in Russia with the big cable companies and the providers and the government people.
Which is all owned by the fucking same people.
Yeah, they told Dana and they told Ari from WME, don't you even fucking dream of having an event here without having Nurmagomedov fight. You don't even think about it.
Oh, yeah.
He's obviously the main event. You're crazy if you think you're not going to have him. Like, they said that to them.
Oh, I'm sure. they do and say whatever the fuck they want. That's why a big reason why I like them. They're
it's a different world over there. I love it. I mean, when your president's got a black belt in judo, you're pretty awesome. I'm down.
Riding horses with fucking machine gun in hand, no shirt on, flexing on people.
I'm so down for it.
Yeah,
I love it.
But think of the money. I mean, I'm sure if he goes, they put on a show in Russia, and they put it on TV. Imagine the points or some sort of the back end pay that Khabib will get because he is the star and that whole country will watch him. I mean, they will watch.
No, they're talking about selling out one of the stadiums and that they did in Sochi for the Olympics.
Yeah, they were one of the
100,000 seat stadium.
One of the soccer stadiums for the World Cup.
Now, hey, do you think they allow booze served at those places? Could you imagine how scary that'd be? To give 100,000 Russians vodka at the fights.
That country loves to drink.
God, can you imagine?
I mean, they get down drinking wise.
I can imagine.
They all make homemade vodka at home.
No, I know. Moving on. I don't know if you saw this week, Michael Bisping and Tyron Woodley going at it.
I watched
and they had kind of a friendly beef, but they said they want to fight. Now, I think it's nonsense. Like, you think, what you guys think? Just you guys can make up who you're gonna fight, and UFC is gonna go okay? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like, UFC's got plans for you guys. Like, what are you talking about? Like, Tyron, they're trying to match him up either with a rematch with Stephen Thompson or trying to put him against Nick. They're not gonna be like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about? You're not making your fights. We're making your fights, guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
we have a plan.
To be honest, I'd be entertained watching Woodley fight Bisping.
Yeah.
But I don't think in a million years it's gonna happen. Do you?
I see Bisping out hustling him for a while. He's a bigger guy, real rangy.
I just don't see it ever happening is what I'm saying.
No, I don't see it. I mean, sure, they agreed to it and they planned on it for the date, but you guys don't make the rules.
One thing I forgot to bring up, did you see anything from World Series of Fighting?
I did not.
John Fitch won a decision over Jake.
Yes.
Jake wasn't too happy.
I'm sure.
I texted him right after the fight. I said, I love you, faggot. He responded,
yes.
Thanks, fag. I love you too. I know he's bummed.
Yeah, that's never fun.
I know it was a relatively close fight, though. Another David Branch retained his belt over there. That guy's been pretty good. He's not the most exciting guy, but he's good. He's a stud, yeah. He's real good. And then the one that was exciting was that Justin Gaethje guy.
Yeah.
He fought that Louis Palomino guy. Did you see it or hear about it?
I didn't.
It's worth going online and watching it.
Okay.
These two dudes fucking threw down like morons. Yeah. Like these guys took 2 years off their life each.
Wonderful. I'll tune in.
Just fucking slaughtered each like no defense involved.
Yeah, just
like hey, look, I won't move and I'll let you hit me and then I'll do it to you. Like straight up, just fucking pounding each other's faces in. And then Louis Palomino's eye was so closed, even though he was, the fight was very even or he was winning. They stopped the fight because his eye was so closed, but they were still just beating the shit out of each other.
That's always good for you.
Marlon Moraes retained his title at 135. I don't know how long the World Series of fighting can keep that guy.
He needs to be in the UFC with the other best 35ers.
He's pretty good, dude.
He is very good.
And he's training with Frankie Edgar every day. He's training with Eddie Alvarez every day.
He would for surely be top 10, if not top 5.
I think so.
I don't know how we do with the rest, but I would love to see it. I would genuinely love to see him come in and get a shot. Give him a shot at a top 5 guy for a title contender. You know what? Here we go. He's been talking shit on Dominic. Let him fight Dominic for a number 1 contender fight, and let TJ and Cody fight it out.
I mean, Dominic. That'd be a terrible fight for Dominic because Dominic has everything to lose and nothing to gain.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying.
Dominic's going to fight a guy that 95% of fans have no idea who he is, and he's really good. Dominic's not going to do that shit. Dominic's going to go down and fight John Lineker, or he's just going to get. I mean, a lot of people think that Dominic was close in this fight. It was a relatively close fight. It was competitive. I think he deserves a rematch.
I couldn't argue with that.
So that's it for our current events. We want to talk about the next card coming up next week.
Of course,
it's in Arizona.
It is in Arizona, and you've got our good friend BJ Penn as the main event. He's fighting Yair Rodriguez. And this is a very interesting fight because you have the comeback of BJ Penn, who's such a legend, and in my mind, the best pound-for-pound talent that we've ever seen. We never really saw him really show how good he really is, but I've trained with him, and I've I just when you know. Yeah. And Yair is a young, hungry guy who's wild. I mean, he throws submissions from everywhere and spin kicks and front cartwheel kicks and all kinds of crazy shit. So, are you going to have this young, crazy, wild, young, very hungry young guy, or are you going to have, the older who's training at the same gym now? He's hungry, man. He's been training his ass off for the last year almost.
Yeah, I really want to see him do well. Yair's pretty exciting. 8-1, young guy. Moving down the card.
9-1.
Oh, sorry, 9-1.
Yes,
it shows 8-1 on this one. Joe Lozon is fighting.
Yeah, Marcin Held, and Marcin Held is a very, very good. Especially, jiu-jitsu.
Is he the German one?
No, he's a Poland.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a.
They're neighbors.
Yeah, he's a jiu-jitsu prodigy. I mean, he's really, 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 really good.
Pretty exciting. I don't know, if it's a welterweight or middleweight fight. Court McGee and Ben Saunders.
Yes, that's going to be a tough fight because Court is exactly his nickname, the Crusher. He is just a crushing kind of guy. That's how he works. He looks to crush you.
He's an odd dude, huh?
Yeah, he is. And Ben Saunders isn't the most normal guy either, but he is tricky, man. That dude is good, and his jiu-jitsu is really good.
Nice. Moving on, Bryan Caraway, they said he pulled out today. I saw he was fighting Jimmy Rivera, Jose Formiga, and Sergio Pettis. Anthony Pettis' younger brother.
No, it's Moraga versus Pettis.
Okay.
Yeah, John Moraga versus Pettis. I'm on the UFC app.
Oh, I'm on the wrong one. I'm looking at MMA Weekly.
Really?
Damn you, MMA Weekly.
Yeah, it's John Moraga versus Sergio. Maybe it's wrong.
No, I'm sure the UFC site's correct.
But yeah, so you got Anthony Pettis' younger brother Sergio, who is a stud. You've got John Moraga, who's a douchebag, and a rapper, and just a fucking overall just seems like he sucks. But
does he really think he's a rapper?
No, he has an actual rap album. Like a lighter shade of brown type shit.
Get the fuck out of here.
But I'm serious. And, I think that Moraga's, he's good. He's ranked number 8 in the world for a reason. The guy's a stud. But I think Sergio is, if Sergio can really show off how talented he is, I think he can beat Moraga. He's got great movement. He's got great strikes. It's just, Moraga's a top 10 gatekeeper, the toughest kind, so can Pettis kind of get back on the win streak and pick him apart?